We trapping the motherfucking B-roll. I was just praying to the window. Niggas in love with my flow. Niggas in love with my flow. I'm on that shit on the left. Why you be talking like hoes? Why you be doing the most? Fell in love with a Draco. I know some niggas.
I'm Isaiah.
I'm Katie.
Nice to meet
Sorry,
you.
my hands
No,
are
you're
cold.
good, you're good.
This is Isaiah and Jazz.
Hi.
What's poppin'? Have you guys ever been in an ambulance before?
Never in my life.
Well,
Knock on wood.
it's your first day.
What do you guys do?
We save lives.
Oh. How many lives you guys saved today?
Today?
Yeah. Really?
Around here we don't say the Q word. Q-U-E-T. I definitely spelled that wrong. It's quiet. It's quiet.
Oh,
Don't be coming up here saying, has it been quiet for you guys?
because as soon as you say that,
Popped out.
yep. So is it usually just you two?
Yeah, so we have normally one paid crew on, and sometimes at night it would be volunteers.
Oh, you can volunteer for this.
Yeah. So like there's paid and volunteer, so this is half paid, half volunteer.
Are you the driver?
Oh no.
Oh, no.
I would love to drive, so she's got to drive.
Oh. Wait, what do you mean?
It's the insurance thing.
It's an
Insurance thing, okay.
So they don't
Yeah.
insure you until you're 21.
Okay. Wait, you're not 21? Wow.
You're like, whoa.
So you can save lives under 21?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
There you
Save
go.
lives at any
I
age?
started at 16, so
Oh,
I've been doing this for
16?
10 years. 10 years now. So now I'm just checking all of our bags. Say if we get dispatched to a pediatric call or like a super severe trauma, we have this kit. It basically has everything that we need in it. So say God forbid somebody does have a traumatic bleed, we're gonna use these tools. These are more advanced. Not a lot of departments have these yet. I love everything in this bag because this is something that a lot of the military uses, but it's really useful tools that a lot of departments should have in case there is something traumatic that happened.
What are these tools and everything in these boxes?
We have different areas for different things. 9 times out of 10, it's set up in a way we're going to use things in a certain manner. Say if someone goes into cardiac arrest and you have a patient here, we're gonna have the airway supplies up there so that this way we can put an airway in a patient, and then we're gonna have our suction unit and a BVM. It's gonna be in our bag down there that we can easily just start an airway. If there's going to be something to like the limbs or trauma to any sort of the other body parts, we're going to have everything up there, which is like our trauma dressings. We have our splints, and then we also have like blankets and everything for when to put a blanket on someone.
Okay.
But yeah, we have extra oxygen bottles. These are for if somebody gets combative and I want to fucking beat the out of them, but I can't. So you just strap those on and they can't move.
So you've been doing this for 9 years?
10 non-EMT, but I've been certified since 2015, so coming up, I don't even, probably like 8 years now certified?
Have you had any like scary experiences?
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. I don't have really great experiences with pediatrics. Obviously, if I do have a pediatric call, like I'm gonna obviously treat them as best as I can. 3 pediatrics passed away on me on my EMS career. It takes a toll on you. You have to like outweigh that more. You want to help other people and like you can save another life. I love helping people more than just like the calls that we get all the time. People who just call like for a stub toe, random cold, but like then we have these calls where people are getting into severe motor vehicle accidents. Someone like has amputation of the limbs. Like it actually, truly, I feel like I'm doing something.
How's the training like? Do you guys like do training?
So I went through 6 months of training to become an EMT, and then I did like a year and a half, 2 years beforehand, just like being on an ambulance, riding calls, like being a third, and went to go get certified for 6 months. Did all this training of like what we need to do, set up an airway and do all that. And I started working like on a truck regularly. We have training almost every month. For our refreshers, we'd have to do them every 3 years. For national cert, we do every 2 years. Obviously changed from... You're good. So by fancy stretch, I mean that it does it all for you. You have a patient on here that's like 800 pounds. You have a patient on here that's bariatric, comes out like that. You just take it out with you.
Wow.
And that's that. You don't even have to do any work. I'm telling you, I used to break my back on these stretchers. It wasn't this nice too.
That's how you get your deadlift up there, huh?
Yeah,
Now I see.
you gotta lift these heavy patients, And then you just press the button, it goes up for you, it's right up.
Wow.
But you guys want to hear the rumbler?
The rumbler, what's the rest? What's the rumbler? Oh, snap. She made a face. What's the rumbler?
51 is my favorite because there's a rumbler on it, which is very helpful. Like if you cover highways, purpose is to shake, like vibrate the car in front of you, so that this way they know you're coming.
Wow. That rumbled all right.
That rumbled the rumble. So you can control the heat, or you can control some of the stuff from up front back to the back. There's like a combative patient, or there's a patient that like I just don't feel as something's right. I will put the interior camera on, and you can see what's happening in the back. You want to play with it?
We can do that?
Yeah! Get up in there!
Oh, Sadab. I love my job.
Alright, we'll turn that button
Is
that
it
way.
Wait, this way?
Yeah, and then after that, press the rumbler.
Oh, man. You can change it?
And then hit this one, yeah.
This is wild.
That's mostly why I'm on EMT.
Just to play with the sirens?
Yeah, just to play with the sirens and the lights. You guys can come on a ride along.
Like a live ride along?
So we have thirds that ride along here. You can be any age, but a lot of these thirds that we have, they're like 16, 17. They'll come, they're thinking about being an EMT. They'll come for like a couple hours. If we have something, we'll take them. We have discretion over what they see and what they don't. When I was 16, I ran on Phillipsburg. I just saw everything. And like my partners just didn't give a f. Here is a little different, so like if there's something that is pretty traumatic, like a psych patient who's combative, or we have someone who's like very intoxicated and just trying to fight us, I'm not gonna bring a 16-year-old on that. It's good experience for them to see, like, okay, you know, we're gonna go out on a call, somebody fell, how do we handle it? It's good practice to see if they want to get into it or if they don't want to get into it.
I don't know. I'm still thinking about like the guilt I would have, because I beat myself up all the time, and I know like even if any of the W's that I had, any like one time that I up, like it would haunt me for the rest.
I mean, I'm not gonna say that it wouldn't, because it has, and I mean, I've had very traumatic calls that obviously I've seen where people die. You're gonna have them, and that's what I tell these thirds, especially coming on here, because it's not for everybody. I think it's a rewarding job overall. If somebody wants to get into being an EMT and somebody wants to do this and wants to learn more about the medical field, this is a great way to start. Especially like if you want to be a nurse, like she's going for nursing. She came here, she wanted to learn about the medical field. This is a great way to see what happens before you go into the hospital. So the one that does stick with me the most is I had a 6-month-old patient. I was pretty newer EMT and my partner had called out and I didn't know, and I was stuck with a newer person I didn't know. We got called to this address. I have been with her for a while because she has had already a couple kids. She had a lot of medical problems, but she had a trach, which is basically like a hole in your neck where you have breathing issues. We had got called to her a lot of times before. It was just that she needed to kind of have her airway sectioned a little bit and it would resolve her problems. But it was kind of different this time around, where I went up there. She was having a severe time breathing on her own, and all of a sudden I picked her up. We go down into the ambulance. We're like at the top of the stairs and she goes lifeless. At that moment, I'm like, okay, we got to get to the hospital. She's 6 months old. She needs a pediatric hospital. I had no medics. I was pretty much by myself because this guy literally just graduated EMT school like 2 days before. I was senior EMT and I'm like, okay, well, I'm in the back. I have the mom literally like freaking out. Now I have her lifeless child in my arms. And I run down to the ambulance, put her on there. You know, I'm trying to bag her as best as I can. I didn't even bring the stretcher in, I just took her. We went into the trauma bays, and unfortunately, 5 minutes later, she was pronounced. That's one of the calls that definitely sticks with me a lot. And I tried my best in every which way that I could, but sometimes that's just how it is. You're not going to be able to do everything. You're not going to be able to save everyone. That's the cold, hard truth of EMS, is that not everybody is going to be saved.
Like utmost perspective also.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
This is really what it means, like, to literally pay your dues.
Pay them dues every day.
This is literally. Get the gym. This is it right here.
Yeah, no, this is probably...
Hey, pay the dues.
Oh!
Pay the dues.
wristbands, always repping.
The gym is a rewarding place for me, so that this way, like, if I have a call one day, I get to go to the gym and just not worry about it for 2 hours and just go there, and it'll just be me working out. I don't have to think about what has happened. I don't have to think about the calls that I've went on. It's just me in the gym. I definitely appreciate people in the gym and everybody who's been nice, because you don't know where you're coming from after a long day, you know?
Yeah.
You are very appreciated. Don't worry.
But thank you.
Good. Thank you very much. We appreciate this a lot.
Can we get like a shot of you like putting the stretcher in, closing the door, getting in the car, turning the sirens on and leaving? Something like that?
Yeah. We can do that.
Alright, bet.
That's cool.
All right.